Hi Aquarius, welcome to your September 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Aquarius. This will not resonate with every Aquarius that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message may be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Aquarius, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, Cross Watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in Aquarius. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Aquarius and Cross Watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Okay, so let's get started. Before I dive into the reading, I will set and clear the energy using my sound bowl. So if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's get this started. All right, Aquarius. So let's see what's happening for my Aquarians in the month of September. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with an Aquarius. What is going on? What is the energy surrounding Aquarius in love? Whether you're single or taken or in a connection, whether you're together or apart from an energy that surrounds you. Let's see why they're coming through for your reading. Getting to know each other. Okay, Aquarius. So there's someone that you're meeting or you've already met that you guys are starting to hang out with, that you're starting to talk to, that you're starting to engage with. And it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So guys, it's general. It depends on what group you're in. For some of you, you've recently just met this person, maybe the beginning of summer, and you've started to get to know each other. And I think there's something deepening here in the month of September from, the summer of love that you've had with this individual. And others of you, you're about to meet this person. And when you meet this person, there's going to be an automatic attraction between the two of you. Like if you're at a public place, it's like the type that you guys will just want to pull to a different room to kind of sit and talk and get to know one another. But it's going to be like an instant spark, an instant chemistry, I feel. And it's like when they see you, out of all the people in the room, they want to get to know you the most. And I feel you're going to know it, Aquarius. You're going to see this person and feel the same exact way. But there's something about you that's standing out for sure. So even if you guys are not exclusively in a committed relationship with one another, there's something about you that's making them want to get to know you more than anyone else, in their DMs, on their phone, anything like that. Interesting. Let's get some more cards. Past life love. Whoa, that's why it's so instantaneous. That's why there's a spark. You guys have known each other before. You guys have had a romantic connection, a marriage, multiple romances through past lives. And honestly, past life came through for Leo's reading. So if you're dealing with a Leo or if you have Leo in your chart, I suggest checking out the Leo reading to see if there's messages for you there. And it says, your soul remembers this intense connection. Yeah, so you're about to meet a past life soulmate, or some of you you already know who this person is. You've been talking with them, you've been engaging. The chemistry's been growing, the hunger for each other has been growing. It's so strong because your souls know each other already from before. And it's like you're going to be in conversation with this person, you're going to talk to this person, or maybe you've experienced this already, but it's like you guys are into the same things, the same hobbies. You guys have like the same storylines as far as where you came from, what your family's like. You guys have a lot of coincidences in just speaking with one another, and those are usually signs from spirit about a soulmate connection and definitely past life. And some of you are aware of this past life connection. Here's a confirmation for those of you that didn't know about it and wanted to know why something about this pull with this person is so strong. The letter L is sticking out to me, as in Liam, as in Lisa. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. Someone could have 2 L's in their name. Yeah, maybe both of you have like the same initial, first initial. But anyway, let's see what the tarot has to say. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how does this person feel about you right now? What do they think about you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection that they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Aquarius? What do they really hope is going to happen between the two of you? And what are they afraid of is going to happen? So first card out, Page of Cups, water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You could be dealing with a water sign, particularly Scorpios coming through very strongly. You could have water in your chart, does not have to be the case. Let me get all the cards out first and then I'll kind of dive deep into this. Ooh! But someone was not prepared for the connection to be this deep. I can say that to someone now, okay? It's been shaking them a little bit. They're a little caught off guard for sure about this connection here. They thought they would, you know, it would be something a little bit more casual, at least something a little bit more, you know, nothing to dive into too deep too soon. But here we go. We have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. For sure, already you guys know this is a soulmate, or even if you need confirmation for some of you, twin flame here. For sure. I don't know why I'm hearing Say My Name by Destiny's Child, but that may be a song that someone resonates with. It's a good song. Look it up if you haven't heard it. Wow. Okay, Aquarius. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. All right, so this is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with the Pisces. You get Pisces in your chart. Does not have to be the case in order for this reading to resonate. People just like to hear the astrological connotation with the card. Now, different messages for different groups of you. You're going to have to intuitively decipher which group you're in. For some of you, I do see this, again, apprehension of emotionally getting involved because of an upset, because of disappointment in love. You know, especially for someone that time and time again, it's just been past. In the past, it's been failed love after failed love. It's like someone just wants to remain emotionally distant right now. They don't want to put too much feelings into it because they don't want to get disappointed again. They don't want to get played again. They don't want to get used again. So there is an emotional distance that someone is trying to keep between you and them, or if that's you, Aquarius, you know, you'll know if that's for you. Now, others of you, with this Eight of Cups, there could have recently been some sort of disappointment within this connection. I mean, like, I don't know, from the whole summer you thought things were building up, that it was going to go somewhere, and still someone's just not fully ready for that to move forward, and it's kind of made someone turned off a little bit. It's made someone get a little upset about it because, you know, there's a lot there. There was a fire, there was a chemistry, there's a passion, but it's like someone still wants the other person to wait a little bit longer when someone feels like they've been waiting long enough. Now, this could be someone that walked away from you. You could have walked away from them. And Mercury retrograde is just right around the corner. So, you know, there may be someone coming back into this situation to resolve things between the two of you because they haven't found anyone else quite like you, Aquarius. They haven't found anyone else that has had that intensity, that connection, that chemistry that they've had with you. And it was on a soul level. You could be very physically attractive. You could be, you know, financially well, but this connection was soul felt, and both of you felt it. Now, this could connotate with a past life, and which is why there may be apprehension, is because your soul or their soul remembers this experience they had with you in a past life where it didn't unfold. Someone had to leave the other. It was heartbreaking, and someone's soul still remembers that experience, okay, from a past life. But the pull is still there. Even if someone tries to deny it, even if someone still tries to fight it, it's still very, very strong. Someone could have a wrist tattoo or like a birthmark on their wrist, or a bracelet that someone always wears, or a watch that someone always wears that they barely take off. But let's get right on into it. How they feel about you is the Page of Cups. Again, water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. They're starting to develop feelings here, Aquarius. And even if they're new, it's definitely starting to form out of a crush that they've always had on you into something else. But yeah, I still feel this fear around it. I still feel like they think that being emotionally involved means having the opportunity to get played. You know, emotions are kind of scary for them. They may be a little bit emotionally immature or a little bit emotionally underdeveloped as far as love and romance goes. They've always kept things with no strings attached, but then they met you. And again, there's just something about you that they can't shake off. And I feel, Aquarius, that with this getting to know each other, and when I read that, like, as you reveal your innermost selves, your bond deepens. Like, there's something they want to tell you. There's something they feel like they have to reveal to you, but then they delete it, or then they just, you know, backpedal, then they don't fully go forward with it because they don't feel ready yet. But if you've been picking up on something that they're hiding from you or not fully revealing to you, yeah, here's confirmation. It doesn't feel like Seven of Swords. It feels more, you know, coming from a sweetness, coming from a, you know, really starting to catch feelings that they're not sure they want to catch. And I only say that because what they don't like about you is the Lovers, which we'll get to. Someone could be a writer, a journaler, keeping a journal, has written about you in their journal, or written to you with family members, friends. Hey, look, I've met someone. I met an Aquarius. They're chill. They're fun. I'm starting to feel for them, but I don't know. Like, they've definitely been talking about you to their inner circle. What they think of you is Five of Cups. And what I heard when I saw this card is that you're like, I'm afraid you're going to break my heart. So again, that could just be experiences from the past, from past relationships that someone's still afraid of. That could be from what happened in a past life between the two of you, right? Now, if this recently happened with, you know, this person in particular, for some of you, they did something to disappoint you. They did something that made you feel like you had to close yourself off with, or that you were disappointed by. They deeply regret whatever they did. It doesn't feel like cheating. It doesn't feel like that. But it feels more of like you feel like they weren't being real with you, or emotionally available to you, or emotionally authentic with you. I don't know, like, you're just disappointed at where this is headed, I guess, from when you guys first met. And if it's plateaued a little bit, it is a little disappointing for someone. But with the Five of Cups, the way they think of you, they're afraid they're going to regret opening up to you. They're afraid to be emotionally vulnerable with you. They're afraid you're going to reject them if they reveal their emotions to you. And that's why they keep them hidden. That's why they haven't expressed it. But again, is that something from a past life someone's remembering? Have you given them any reason to not trust you emotionally? I don't know. But there's definitely a fear of rejection here, Aquarius. What they like the most about you is the Knight of Swords. This is Gemini energy. So with this card here, what I kind of feel with this situation is, first of all, you're pretty good with your communication. You know, you never leave someone on red. You never leave someone hanging. Quite honestly, if you weren't interested in them, you just wouldn't call or text back, but you've been engaged with them. You're very active. You kind of like to be out there, to go to different events, to go to different parties, to kind of, I don't know, you just like to keep the good energy going by, you know, setting things up with people, being around different types of people. You're upfront with your communication. But I think what they find so attractive about you, Aquarius, is that when you know what you want, you go for it. You're the one to make the first move, or you're the one to say what's on your mind at first. You're very open with that. And you say things that may shock some people sometimes, whether they're not ready to hear it and you're just the truth speaker. You say it because you feel it and you want it to be known to people. You're also kind of open about your sexuality in some way. Again, not in a way that's, offensive or what's the word, lewd or anything like that. But I think you're open with like your experiences in love and romance. You kind of have always had this thing of like, I'll make the best out of an opportunity that presents itself to me. I'll see where it goes. I'll try it out. You're very experimentative, with life in general. You think that the best way to gain knowledge and wisdom from life is to experience it firsthand. You're a little bit of a risk taker. Maybe you're a little bit impulsive. And maybe for some of you, you have a little bit of a temper, but not in a bad way, but like you won't let people walk over you. And you're quick to put someone in their place if they think that's the case. You stand up for yourself. You're not someone to be used. And people get that from you very, very quickly. And they find that to be very attractive. That you're either not like aggressive per se, but a little bit have that masculine energy. And we all have masculine and feminine energies. So it has nothing to do with gender or sex. But it's kind of like that. I'll pursue it if I want it. I make up my mind on what it is that I want and I'll get it. And they think that's your energy. And they find it kind of like boss energy almost, even if it is a Knight of Swords. You put yourself off as being the one that makes their mark for sure. And also Aquarius too, like, I don't know, in some way when you're going out with them, with other people, there's other people around, you like to make it known that you're with them, whether you like put an arm around their shoulder, or you like to hold their hand, or you like to be around them, touching them all night, communicating with them. You're not the one to play the field when you are starting to engage with someone, and I think they appreciate that as well. I also kind of think for some of you with this Knight of Swords energy that there's a lot of people who have their eye on you, but you chose to be with this person, and it makes them feel a little bit good about themselves. Like, yeah, Aquarius is mine, or I'm with Aquarius, or I'm talking to Aquarius. And they feel kind of lucky because they got some of your exes mad about it, for sure. But let's not talk about the exes, right? Anyway, what they don't like about you is the Lovers card. Gemini energy, Taurus energy for me as a reader. Okay, so yeah, they're already afraid that they're catching feelings a little bit too deep, a little bit too fast. And they're kind of afraid that they're starting to fall in love with you, or that they have fallen in love with you, Aquarius. Again, I don't know what their past is. I don't know what they've experienced in their life, but for them, emotional vulnerability, emotional openness is something that makes them feel like they're stuck, or makes them feel like they're going to, the other shoe is going to drop, that it's not going to work and unfold. So they've been trying to downplay their feelings for you, but it hasn't been working. It hasn't been working at all. With this Lovers card, Aquarius, I wonder if, for those of you that have been kind of frustrated with the progression of this connection, if you've been kind of giving them an ultimatum about this, like, I don't know, like, choose me or lose me type of situation. And that's kept them in a very emotional, stuck place with you, because it's like their mind and their heart are battling each other when it comes to you. Their heart, clearly, with, even with the Five of Cups in their mental space, they have a lot of feelings. Their depth for their feelings are complicated, but their mind is trying to convince them, if you open up, if you tell them you have feelings for them, if you tell them you love them, you're going to make the wrong choice. You're going to make the wrong decision. They're almost afraid that you don't feel the same way, or that it wouldn't be reciprocated. Now, for those of you, again, where this Eight of Cups, where, someone's past disappointment in love is kind of bleeding into this connection, just the memories of it, or the wounds from it not healing whatever they experienced in the past. Again, yeah, they find love to be a very, very hurtful thing, I guess. And they're starting to realize that they're falling in love with you, Aquarius, and it's put them in this place of discomfort where it shouldn't be, right? Love should be a positive thing. It should be an empowering thing. But for them, it's tricky. They're hoping the past won't repeat itself, almost, for some of you. They don't want it to. Now, again, with the past life situation, yeah, it's just the intensity is freaking them out. The soul bond between the two of you is freaking them out. It's so much more in depth than they've had with anyone else. And they're trying to understand it. They're trying to research it. But yeah, here again, past love, for sure. You guys have experienced each other before. You've had a romantic relationship before. But maybe in a past life, Aquarius, you chose someone else over this person when it was supposed to be you too. And that's kind of what's, again, scaring them because their soul remembers that. Some of you could have changed your hair color recently, switched it up, or thinking of doing it. But anyway, what they like the most about you, this connection here, is the Two of Cups. Interesting counterplay. But I feel this is unconsciously, right? Consciously they try to block, consciously they try to avoid, but they do love spending their time with you. They do love it when it's just you two at someone's home, having a night in, watching Netflix or Hulu, and I'm almost hearing Stranger Things for someone out there that may resonate with. But having that bond with you, and this is not like anything they've had with anyone else. This emotional bond, and it's just growing deeper and deeper the more you spend time with each other, the more you're around each other. It just keeps growing. And their heart is less fearful of it than their mind is. And their heart feels so safe with you. Their heart and their soul feels like there's some sort of recognition there and some sort of potential there, even if their mind tries to talk them out of it. They love making out with you. And if you guys have been in bed with this person, they love missionary with you. Just to look at your face. Someone loves the other person's moan. But anyway. What they don't like about this connection right now is the Page of Pentacles. Oh, I'm sorry, Page of Swords. Air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Just because I mentioned Pentacles, you could be dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. I feel, though, this is kind of what whoever is knowing that the other person's hiding, I feel this is the energy of what someone doesn't like about the connection is that, someone's trying to keep it cool, calm, and collective. Someone's trying to make it look like, this isn't anything yet. Even though I still text you to hang out, I call you to hang out, see what you're up to this weekend. Like, they have not put it out there as being anything more in depth, but that's not the case at all. That's just the strategy they're trying to play. And for some of you, that's where the disappointment's coming in, because you want it to be more real than that. You can't really fully trust this person if they're not going to be open and honest about their feelings with you. And that's been throwing you off. You've been emotionally or intuitively been picking up on that. And if there are times where they go a little bit cold, it's because they're trying to fight those feelings for you, that their mind is still saying, you know what, this is just a temptation. It's just something that is going to, they almost feel like it's a test in some way when they shouldn't take it as that at all. With this page of air, Page of Swords, I almost feel like there was a recent message that someone sent through text message that kind of pissed someone off. Whether it was very nonchalant or it was I don't know, just a little bit insensitive. But I don't think that person meant to come off as insensitive, but it definitely did sound that way. And I think they only did that, again, to throw you off, Aquarius, if you resonate with that. Now, others of you, I kind of feel like, especially for those who are very active socially, it's kind of hard to keep your attention. You know, sometimes they know you to be on to the next thing, that if something is boring you, you're quick to switch. And they already kind of sense that for some of you, which is upsetting them. And they're worried if you were checking someone else out before. And maybe they accused you of that. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't. It's for someone out there. Highest hopes, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is Sagittarius energy, also Pisces energy for me as a reader. You know, they're hoping that things will pick back up again, that this will go somewhere, that this will expand. They feel very lucky to have met you, to have found you. They feel like you're someone that is exciting to be around. They don't know what to expect from you, Aquarius, but that's kind of what keeps the fun in it. It's almost like that Marilyn Monroe quote's coming through, which Marilyn Monroe is an Aquarius moon. So some of you could be Aquarius moons. But it's like that quote she said, and I don't know if this is verbatim. If you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. And for some of you, maybe they're starting to see those ups and downs in you, as we all are as humans. Like, we have good days, we have bad days. But there's something about you that still excites them. And I think that's that soul recognition from that past life, right? You're unpredictable, but that's exciting. That's fun to be around. It's intriguing. You're not boring, that's for sure, Aquarius. But the deepest fears of the Ten of Cups, Pisces energy again. Now we have 210. Some of you could be seeing 1010 as a number synchronicity. Your birthday could be February 10th. You could be life path 10s, or important dates in September, or September 10th, September 20th. But yeah, they're afraid of getting emotionally involved. They're afraid of commitment for some of you guys, being emotionally committed again, especially if they just left a relationship right before they started talking to you, Aquarius. For some, like, maybe there's an issue that hasn't been discussed about someone not wanting to have kids, which they're afraid of that conversation because they wonder if you're at that point where you want to have kids or discuss having kids or settling down in any way. And maybe even the fact that someone may have kids with someone else kind of throws someone off guard. It shouldn't, but as humans, it may make them a little bit jealous in some way. They don't know how they'd be around your kids if that's the case. If they're good with kids, they would be afraid of. But yeah, for a lot of you, they don't want to get emotionally involved. They're afraid to get emotionally involved. They're afraid to put this up on a pedestal of it being this relationship that they've always wanted because they're afraid of it falling apart. And again, for some of you, this came from childhood, family experiences. They may have not had the best home growing up. They may have, I'm hearing foster care for someone. And it just may have been difficult for someone to trust in a relationship like this based off of what they grew up with. And that's still a wound that is carrying. But again, for past life, you guys are definitely married in a lifetime. It may have not have gone well. And that's just the memory of it that's still perpetuating in someone's DNA, into someone's soul, Akashic records type of thing. And that's why they're kind of apprehensive. But they know you have everything, Aquarius. You see how this woman's like handing out this like fruit or something, or a fig in her hand that's like, you know, you want it, come get it. And even though the guy's walking away, he can't help but look back. And I feel that's their struggle with you, Aquarius. All right. Anyway, to see the likely outcome of this situation, Aquarius, what's likely to happen and unfold, what else do you need to know about this person, this situation, so you can have a better understanding about what's likely to happen? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of this situation, but I'm also going to pull oracle cards as well to dive deeper into this connection. Anything else Spirit wants you to know about this person, about the situation that you're in. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Aquarius, I really hope that this has resonated with you, that's provided you with the healing, clarity, insight, and guidance that you may be looking for by looking up these love readings on YouTube. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Aquarius, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Aquarius.